What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, come on, you know I don't watch that shit.
Why not? Too scared?
No, it's just what's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting.
Hello! It is episode 20-ish.
2102.
2102 breaker.
Somewhere around there. It's 2019.
2019.
Welcome to the new year.
We made it.
We did it, you guys.
We did it. I can't believe it.
Hope everyone had the best holiday. And the best.
You sound like the Target lady that Kristen. Hope everybody had the best holiday. Oh, that. I need to work on my impressions.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kristen Wiig from SNL when she played the Target lady.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, okay. It was very funny.
All right. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Cheersies.
Cheers. Clink.
Got a little red wine going on. Made some New Year's resolutions.
Did you?
Yeah. I did.
Good for you. What are they? Do you want to talk about them?
I do. So
I don't make resolutions.
I don't make ones anymore that I'm going to beat myself up for if I don't keep them. Because I used to kind of like, I think, was a little self-sabotagey in that way.
Right.
But I made a resolution to find ways to be actively grateful. So like set little reminders, like wear little bracelets or whatever, like things that would remind me to be grateful, because it's not something that comes naturally to me, especially like, you know, if my meds are off or whatever, or like things are tough, and like things have been pretty tough the last year. So I was like, if I set a resolution to like be grateful, I'm gonna just feel bad when I'm not. So the resolution I set is to like set reminders to be grateful.
That's very smart.
Yeah. And like I really like doing like my gratitude journal and things like that. Yeah. But set reminders to be grateful is something that I was like, I won't have an opportunity to.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of gratitude.
Yeah.
I also like, that's why I don't really believe in resolutions. I'm just like, oh, I just do that shit all year long. Like I'm constantly like, here are my goals. Here's what I'm doing. Here are my intentions. Like, here's me working on me. Here's my morning routine.
Yeah. And I definitely don't wait for the new year to do shit. But I think Eric and I needed like a reset button from this year. So like I've been looking forward to 2019 and like feeling like a symbolic reset button.
Well, welcome to it.
Welcome to 2019. Don't waste another minute of 2018. Let's impeach the press. Sorry, that was off topic. But
was that not nice? Okay.
That's my resolution.
That's my resolution.
How are you?
Do we have things to talk about?
Do we have any reviews?
Yes.
You guys are so fucking awesome with the reviews, because did you notice like our reviews aren't like good podcast, see you later. Like they're like in-depth discussions about how awesome we are, and I could read those all day.
Among other things.
Yeah.
No, they're pretty great.
We're very appreciative.
I'm gonna sing right now.
All right, let's hear it. Who are we? Who?
Okay.
Who are we thanking? That's a joke that only
joke for us.
Yeah.
Just for our friends. M.W. Begley.
Isn't that a famous actor? Oh no, that's Begley. Ed Begley Jr. That's who I was thinking. That's not him.
Is there a famous actor that listens to us?
Ed Begley Jr.?
Could you share it on your social medias or to your fans, please? M.W. Begley.
Let's hear it.
And Mackenzie Parker. So
Kim, I just want to remind you, this is your first song of the new year.
Oh,
so
no.
Make it good.
I just got so much pressure. I was so ready before that, and now I got so much pressure. Okay.
Let's hear it.
Let me feel this out. All right. 2019. Yeah, 2019. I'm W. Begley. 2019. We love you, Begley. Thank you, Begley, for your review. MW.
Oh, that had kind of like a hair metal kind of vibe, like kind of a glam rock early 90s thing going. I'm into it.
Right.
I'm into it.
Okay, Mackenzie Parker. I think that, should we sing? I think that this is someone new because you talked about finding us on Instagram.
Ooh.
Well, now I don't want to. Now I just had a.
What? Guys, Kim's having a stroke.
Because I'm like, his full name is here on this, but I was like, I know what his Instagram name is, so I was going to sing about his Instagram name.
I guess we should sing about the name he provided to us on the review.
Right, because his Instagram name would have been really fun to sing about.
I see. Here, I'll start you off here. You ready? I'm going to give you a little background. What is it, Mackenzie Parker?
Mackenzie Parker.
Mackenzie Parker.
Oh, gosh.
Mackenzie Parker.
Thank you.
Parker.
Thank you.
Parker. Mackenzie
Thank
Parker.
you for your review.
Mackenzie Parker. Mackenzie.
Thank you. I music directed that.
Wow. Oh my God, you guys, you should have seen her. She was like totally conducting the ish out of that.
We conducted that.
It was so good.
Well, there you go. Thank you to both of you.
Shit.
You fucking rule.
Those are so awesome. That was great.
You guys are the best.
That was great. I wonder what the Kims that you're the Kim and Ket that you're listening to right now did for New Year's.
We're always living different lives.
Yeah, because it's like we're recording this before New Year's. I wonder what we did. Very excited. I mean, I went to sleep. We can pretty much guarantee I did.
And
I did
for
some
me,
sleeping.
The options are endless.
They're endless.
Because,
I can't wait.
I mean, I'm already not talking to the guy that whoever I talked about last time. Ketryn asked me about him today, and I was like, "Oh yeah, no, we're not talking about it anymore."
He just wasn't responsive enough.
No, it wasn't happening. We weren't that into it. And it's just exciting sometimes after like in the very beginning you get very excited and then you're like, oh, and
totally.
then we're not anymore. So you guys all get it. Someone
Everyone
posted today about how they feel my pain.
Totally. They were like dating online is the worst. Didn't that make you feel good?
So it did actually. So yeah, back on the apps, talking to some people.
Love it.
I don't know. I'll update you guys at some point. Maybe I spent New Year's with a gentleman.
Ooh, I hope so.
That'd be exciting.
Fun. I spent New Year's with a gentleman as well. His name is my husband. That's his name. I don't. He's only defined as my husband now.
But yeah, that's all I got. I don't know anything new for the year.
I'm just excited to see where it goes.
Cool.
We're working on some merch right now. We'll let you know.
We're gonna do merch.
Yeah, we'll let you know more when we have more to say. So this was a super informative statement. Do some merch.
You can then get it and put it on your body.
Then you can tell people about this really awesome podcast you listen to. So, do you want to tell me why we have growing pains stuck in our head?
Someone was singing it last night, and it hasn't left. It's been there. I woke up with it. It's been there all day.
Well,
can't get it out.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Can't get it out. So you're all welcome.
Yep. Now you guys are all.
You are
in it
all
with
welcome.
us.
Francesco. Always get songs stuck in my head. I'll just sing a song and then it's in my head for the entire night. You fucking dick.
Well, you get songs stuck in my husband's head that aren't real songs. He walks around singing your fucking shit all the time.
Things that I say on here?
Yes. He's like doing dishes and I just hear him like, da-da-da-da. I'm like, that's not a song.
Well, in my defense, you've talked about the quote unquote Kim show that you've been watching for
oh my God,
our entire
I love
lives.
the Kim show. It's my favorite.
When I'm just like doing things on my own and not knowing that people are watching me.
I just get real quiet so that it like I'm trying not to scare her away, and I just watch real quiet like a bird watcher in the woods who just wants to observe.
Scare her away.
Just watch a Kim in the wild. Do what she does.
She doesn't know we're here. Everyone be very quiet.
Watch her dance. Watch her sing. She's just living her life.
Have conversations with no one. It's the best. Did you watch a movie for the new year?
I did want to say also, if you have ideas for what you want to put on some merch,
Yeah.
anything you'd like,
I'd love to hear.
tell us.
Yeah.
And or if you're, I don't know, good at those things, tell us.
Yeah. Because we're not
the best. It's not our specialty.
We excel at other things.
We're great at a lot of things.
Ooh, I just thought of one. We should have like one that has like a bell.
Oh,
Yeah, like that.
you get a ding.
You get a ding. All right, so what's happening?
That's all I got.
Oh,
Otherwise, I watched a movie and I'm excited.
Let's hear it. What is it?
Ketryn has no idea what I watched.
I don't. I have no clue.
Which is my favorite. It's called The Orphanage,
Ooh. Orphanages are creepy. I'm into it.
aka El Orfanato.
Ooh, is it in Spanish?
It is.
Oh, shit. I'm so glad that you're here to help me.
It's fucking subtitles.
I love it.
Apparently.
Kim,
That's
you
my
with the
thing.
subtitles.
I know.
Did you know it was subtitles?
I had looked it up and I wasn't sure if this was because then it seemed like maybe this was, I wasn't sure.
Got it.
It seemed like there was going to be one that had subtitles and maybe there was another one that maybe didn't or did, and one was a remake. It was confusing.
Got
and
it.
So it did.
I'm much clearer on the whole thing now.
The director was J.A. Bayona, but it was produced by Guillermo del Toro.
Love it already.
So,
That's very exciting.
and J.A. Bayona did some other things, but his most recent one was Jurassic World Kingdom.
Shit. Jurassic World Kingdom?
World Kingdom? Jurassic. What's the most recent one?
Fuck if I don't know.
Jurassic World.
Kingdom. That's what it's called. Jurassic World Kingdom.
You guys know what we're talking about. I don't even know if it was the most recent one, but it
Yeah.
was something about Kingdom and Jurassic
Yeah.
Park World,
Sure.
which I thought was interesting.
Super
So
interesting.
over time, he's grown. He's fucking, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's huge.
It's
I
super
would say.
huge.
So,
Huge balls.
The Orphanage.
Let's hear it.
El Orfanato. Characters. I should have looked up all of the fucking important words, how to say them in Spanish. Fail.
Fail.
Fucking hashtag fail. God damn it.
But I'm pretty excited about you trying.
Like just saying characters in Dead or Alive. Like those, just like the key 5 words we say over and over
Right,
again
right,
in
right.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Well,
Oh,
too
well.
late.
Too late.
All right. Dead or Alive. The mom.
Alive. No, dead. She's dead. It's an orphanage. She's dead. She's dead.
The dad.
Dead.
Wait, you said dead for mom?
For both. Yeah.
And you said dead for dad.
Yeah.
Okay. Son.
Alive.
The social worker.
Dead.
The police psychologist.
Ooh. Police psychologist. Alive.
Tomas, one of the orphans.
Dead.
And the medium woman.
Dead.
Okay. Lauren, Ketryn Porter.
Yes, Kimberly
You
Erin Marie Burns.
have an opportunity to get 29 points.
Woo!
It's not a lot. I like to usually try to get more for you.
I
But,
know. I feel like this
one
is
was
revenge.
just like, this one was a lot of storytelling. There was
Not a lot of choices to be made.
where it was like choices where I'm like, I guess I could ask her this, but
but out of
there's
context,
no
it may not
fucking
be.
like reason that you would ever get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or like it would just be me being like, I don't know, come up with something.
Right.
So I didn't.
Okay.
I tried to. We'll see.
well, then
We'll
I
see
really
how it
need to.
goes.
I really need to focus and concentrate.
Yeah. Get it together, Porter.
Get it together, Cole.
Goal. El Orfanato. We come in. It seems like springtime. Birds are chopping. Chop. God damn it! I literally. Fuck my life. What the fuck?
Bird, you were so getting into it. You were being so theatrical.
I've said 3 words and I already fucked. Fucking A.
Birds were chopping. What were they chopping, Kim?
I hate you. I I hate you. Shut up. Everyone shut up.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh
birds
my
were
gosh. Why did anyone ever I can't wait till this is my full-time job. And I'm just like, it's my job. And I can't say words.
It's the best. All right. So
All
birds were
right.
shopping.
It's literally the third word on my page. I just wrote spring birds chirping.
Oh shit.
Well, we're in, you guys. Here we go. Get ready. Buckle up. So there's a bunch of little kids playing outside, and we see a big building behind them. And they're playing this little game where they're against one kid is like against a tree, and they'll say like 1, 2, 3, knock on the wall.
Okay.
And then they turn around back to the kids. And it's like every time they turn around and knock on the wall, the kids start to move forward.
Oh,
you know
yes,
that game?
It's like a red light, green light.
That's what I was thinking
Yes.
of. And I couldn't think of the name of it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is like Red Rover, but it's not that. It's,
it's red light, green light. I loved that game.
So it's exactly that. And they're all kind of wearing the same like little uniform. It's like basically a long little sheath dress sort of thing, like little blue thing. And so they look like orphan girls, and you know, maybe I think boys are there. It's like boys and girls. And one's like in a leg brace, even like an old timey kind of looking leg brace.
Yeah. But is this modern day?
This seems like
Oldie
it
times.
looks maybe so for maybe like 30 years ago or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
This will take place in modern times, and this seems not actually today, but
A little bit back. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
not like old, just like a little bit back. But so yeah, that's their little game.
Okay.
Like 1, 2, 3, knock on the wall, and then
kids-
turn.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, knock on the wall.
Yeah.
Turn to see who's behind them.
Love it.
And each time the kids get closer and closer, and then once the one gets the closest, they tag, and then and then like that person's it. So then they all have to run after
Yeah.
them. You know.
That
so
sounds fun.
very cute. So then there's a phone call inside. So we're inside the house now, and just like we see the back of like someone answer, and they're like, Good Shepherd Orphanage. And they say, oh, Laura, she has a new home. She'll be very happy. And she hangs up the phone and looks out the window at the kids playing. And she's just like, oh, Laura, your friends will miss you a lot. But it seems to be like ominous music a little bit.
Right.
And then the credits start playing. And so we see
Okay.
El Orfanato. And then we cut to parents sleeping in bed, probably this day and age now. And we just hear, Mommy, Mommy. And the dad kind of like wakes up and is like, it's my turn, I'll go. And he like rolls over, but the mom like sits up. And he kind of like rolls over and is like still asleep. So she goes. And the kid's like, Mommy, Mommy. So she goes into the little kid's room. And it's a cute little boy.
Oh, cute little boy.
Little baby.
His name is Simone.
Simone.
Oh, Simone?
Simone. He's like Simon is how they
Okay.
would spell it, but it's
Got it.
Simone. So he's super cute, and he's like not 10. He's like, they say how old he is. He's like 6 or 7.
Okay.
Or like not 6, 7 or not. He's 5 to 10 years old.
No, so not 10 to 35, 5 to 10.
5 to 10.
Got it. Okay, I can see him
think
perfectly.
he's 7
Got it.
ish.
Got it.
Cute little, like, curly brunette boy.
And he's like, they're outside, Watson and Pepe. And she's like, aren't you too old for this? And not in like a mean way, but
yeah.
he's like, Watson and Pepe, they're outside. And he says, weren't you scared when you lived here? And she says, no, there was a whole gang of us then. And the lighthouse worked then. And they look out to the window and there's a big lighthouse outside.
Oh, pretty.
Kind of like in the distance, you know?
I love lighthouses.
So we're kind of close to like a beach sort of area where like the lighthouse would be. And
I've always wanted to live in a lighthouse.
in a lighthouse? Inside of it?
Inside of a lighthouse. Yeah.
¿Por qué?
They're just cool as fuck. Like a castle or a lighthouse.
I'd go with castle, but
Yeah.
you take the lighthouse of my castle. How about that?
Okay.
And she's like, I'll show you tomorrow at the beach, the lighthouse. And he's like, why doesn't it work anymore? You know, and she says, oh, it does. It's just invisible now, and it protects us from danger. And so she's like a cute mom. And
Yeah.
and she says, look out there. So she tells him to like look out the window, and she kind of like reflects the light off of something. She picks something up so it reflects light like onto the lighthouse, and it's just very cute,
That's
you know.
sweet.
So they talk about some kids coming to the house, and he says like, why can't they stay at their house? Like, why can't they stay home? And she's like, well, they're special children.
Okay.
So
That's what my mom always told me I was.
well, you know,
When you're right, you're right.
right.
Okay.
No
So they're special
comment.
children.
No comment. So it's the next day, and there's workers all around, and they're fixing, and it seems to be like a big house.
Okay.
And I'm like, same place that we saw in the intro?
Oh, okay.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Not sure, but like that's my thoughts, you know? And we cut to the dad now, and he's playing the piano, and mom comes and joins him. And then little kid Simone comes dressed as a superhero. And he's like, we're going to the beach now? And they're like, are Watson and Pepe coming? Like clearly kind of his like invisible friends. And he's like, oh no, they didn't get a wink of sleep last night, so they can't come.
Oh, what a little sweetie bear.
So he's so cute. And they're like, oh, here you go, take your pill. And so he has to like take some type of medicine.
Okay.
And he kind of like runs off, and they're like, you know, going to be going to the beach. The mom and dad are kind of like, oh, he has invisible friends. Like that's normal.
Yeah.
You know? So now the mom and Simone are going to the beach, but it's like a cold beach.
Yes, not like Malibu.
It's not
It's
Malibu.
like more stones,
It
and
has
people
a
are wearing
lighthouse.
parkas. And
Yeah.
got it. I'm with you.
And no one's there.
Got it.
But they are wearing parkas.
Mm-hmm.
And so there seems to be kind of like a cave, sort of.
Ooh.
And it's almost Goonies like you kind of like cave, because it's like the water kind of comes up
Yeah.
to it a little bit. And the kid just runs right on in. And I'm just like, what
snap.
the fuck?
Why?
And he just wanders inside, and he has a flashlight, and he's just wandering around inside this little cave, and he's like, hello? And they just kind of like zoom into some darkness in there.
Dude, that's how kids become Batman. You got to be careful.
And then we cut back out to like the waves, and the mom's just collecting seashells and picking up little shells. And she's like, come on, Simone, vámonos. She goes into the cave, and she sees little Simone like talking. He's like looking around the corner of like a little cave part,
Right.
and he's like whispering to someone. And he's kind of like, will you come play at my house later? And then she's like, Simone. And he like comes over, and she's like, oh, how are Watson and Pepe? Thought they weren't coming. And he's like, oh no, it wasn't them. It was another kid. And then he like runs out of the cave. And so mom kind of like slow walks, looks around the corner, and just kind of sees some footprints in the sand.
Oh, no.
So then they're on their way home, walking back down this path, and Simone is just like dropping seashells along the path,
Okay.
like one at a time.
To kind of like maybe be like breadcrumbs.
Exactly.
Got it.
He says, oh, I'm making a path for my friend to follow so they can come tonight. So now we're at the house, and it's raining and like thunderstorming, and this car pulls up. A lady gets out and knocks on the door, and she says she's a social worker, and her name's like Benita or something. It's not, but at the time I thought it was Benita. And mom is like, oh, like we're not having interviews right now, you know?
Okay.
And she's like, oh, no, I'm here for Simone. And she's like, what? So she comes in, and the lady's like older, you know, she's like in her 70s or something, you know, and she's just like, oh, you have a beautiful home. And mom is like, yeah, I used to live here. This was an orphanage.
Okay.
And we decided to
Buy it and
take it as like a home, and we're going to have like 5 or 6 like kids kind of come live with us and take care of them.
saints.
But she's like, so why are you here though?
Yeah.
And so old lady Benita has a file, like files with her, and she's like, this information is old, but it has like treatments and etc. that you can like use for Simone, you know, but you need to apply, like you need to do it.
What?
And the mom's like, my husband is a doctor, so Simone
is fine.
Doesn't like, he takes care of him. We know what's happening.
Yeah.
And you know what? He doesn't know that he's adopted or about his illness.
His illness. Okay.
So he's adopted and he has some type of illness. And that lady leaves and she's like looking, she keeps the file and she's looking through the paperwork, and we scroll onto something. Here's the funny thing about things that have closed captioning. It's like, you know, when you're reading things, sometimes there's like so much. So you're like, what am I supposed to get out of this?
Yes.
What am I supposed to get? What's the most important line that I need to be reading right now? When it's closed captioning, it tells you
what the line is. Oh, that's cool.
So all I saw was HIV positive.
Oh, maybe that's why Jason Mantzoukas always watches movies for How Did This Get Made with closed captioning on.
Oh. Well, I do it a lot though too. Even when it's not a different language, just because it's like when I'm trying to pay attention.
Yeah.
I want to like get what's going on way more.
I should start doing that. That's really smart. Okay, so he's HIV positive.
So, little Simone. So, little Simone is coloring. The mom's just like standing in his doorway watching him. And there's darkness, apparently. It's nighttime.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It's nighttime.
Nighttime or nighttime?
No, just nighttime.
Got it.
You know what? It might be nighttime.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because they're like asleep, I think.
Oh, well, that's nighttime.
I think so. Regardless, she hears clinking sounds or like sounds like outside.
Clinking?
Like, or just like, it's to me, it sounded clinky.
Okay. So not like footsteps or bells. Like,
no, sure. Like some sounds outside, like things moving around outside.
Okay. Got it.
And again, Dad is like, she's kind of like wakes him up and he's like, oh, it's my turn. I'll go. And then kind of turns back around and falls back asleep.
My life.
So, so Mom goes outside.
Girl.
And apparently there's some type of like shed situation, kind of like she goes out because it's like a big place. And so she walks down the steps and there's like seems to be some other type of little shed like place, like next to some trees. And she's like, who's there? And I'm just like writing on the side, stop it.
Don't ask.
And the door of the shed seems to be like swinging open a little bit.
Don't go in there.
Well, what does she do and what do you do?
She fucking goes in. I do not go in. I don't go in. I wait till the morning and I lock my door.
Okay.
Yay! Double dinged it.
You're trying to make that a t-shirt, aren't you? You've thought of it before?
Double. Anyone want a double ding t-shirt? Anyone? We have lots in stock. Double ding.
This one was my idea. If you guys want it, it's a double ding. It's cool, right? It sounds cool. Anyone want a cool double ding shirt? I'm totally making a double ding shirt now. All right, so she goes inside. There's creepy old stuff in there,
right?
And
what
someone's
else lives
behind
in
her.
sheds?
She turns around. It's social worker lady.
Get out of here.
Benita's social worker, old lady.
What you doing in my shed?
And she has a shovel.
What?
And Benita runs by her and outside.
What? Runs by her. Runs past her.
Past her.
Okay. But like the mom, like not seeing her?
No. She's inside the shed.
Uh-huh.
She's looking around at shit. She senses something's behind her. She turns around. Old lady's there. And that lady like rushes out carrying a shovel.
Shit. Okay.
She goes outside. And next thing we know, Mom has Dad, whose name is Carlos, and they're outside kind of looking for shit, and Mom's fucking carrying like a baseball bat or some shit, and he's just like, what are you gonna do, like bash her head in? And they like can't find anything. He's like, let's just,
yes, bitch.
He's like, let's just go to sleep. If we see her again, we'll call the cops. Because at this point, she's just an old lady social worker, but it's bizarre and weird. But like,
yeah, she's not like a physical threat.
Like, are you actually gonna bash her head in?
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
So it's the next morning. The mom goes downstairs. She opens the front door. There's a pile of something outside the door. What is it? It's something we've talked about. It's not like
seashells.
Good job. I wasn't sure if that was going to be too difficult.
I did it.
Good job. It was a pile of seashells, and then they kind of start to like lead down away from the house too.
Don't follow the seashells.
And
there's a witch in the end who wants to put you in the oven.
So we're looking at her from outside the house. So she's just holding the door open right now. And like kind of like we as the audience see behind her what looks like a bathroom door shut. Very random. It's very random, and that's it. Like we don't.
But I'm
super
creeped.
random. So then we're inside, and the mom is sewing, and Simone is reading. And he's reading Peter Pan.
Oh, Peter Pan.
And then they talk about Peter Pan and how she's too old for Neverland.
Oh, you're never too old for Neverland, Mom.
Well, she says that. She's like, oh, I'm too old for Neverland.
Do you know that
like, why don't
Wendy
you
was
come
a
with us?
name that was made up by J.M. Barrie? Wendy was not a name that existed before Peter Pan.
What?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Weird. What year was that written?
Somewhere between 1100 and 1900. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. So
No, I think it was written
most of the time that names were made up.
Yeah,
then.
I think it was made in it was like the 1800s.
The time that all names were made up.
Yes,
so it
all
didn't
names were made up in the
matter.
1800s.
Sometime between 1100 and 1900. I would assume most names we use today were made up during that time period.
Yeah. No, it was written in like the 1800s.
Talking about how Neverland, she's too old. And he's like, how old are you going to be when you die? And, she's like, oh, I'll be much older. And he's like, well, I'm never going to grow up.
What?
I'm like Peter Pan. And same with my new friends. And she's like, your new friends? She's like, yeah, there's 6 of them. And he's like, they can't grow up either.
Oh, no.
Then she starts to look at his drawings that he was doing. And there's, oh, fuck. It doesn't matter. I'll say it again later.
Okay.
It's not hugely important. But there's a creepy burps map looking face on one of the kids. So he's basically drew like 6 kids all in little like gowns.
Burps map without his burps map on?
No, with his burps
With
map.
his burps map on.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
shit.
a burps map.
Oh, God.
Which for those that weren't part of our episode Trick or Treat, go back and listen. But
learn
it's
all
kind of
about
like a
burps
little scarecrow sack face.
Right. Made of burlap. A burlap sack face.
I don't know if this was made out of burlap. This was maybe more like a
muslin.
maybe, yeah. With more like instead of like buttons, maybe like marker or something.
Okay.
It's hard to tell like what a burps map's made of. But
Our dreams.
our nightmares.
Our nightmares.
And she's looking at it and she's like, oh, what are they holding? And he says, treasure.
Treasures.
To play with. And she's like, what? And he says, they steal your treasure. They steal something that you love and you have to find it.
Oh, no.
You have to follow the clues. And if you find it, they grant you a wish.
Okay.
And Mom's like, do you have treasure? And he's like, yeah, I have coins. And he's like, they're coins that some old man left in the park. And I think they're gold.
Oh, what a cute little button.
He's so cute. I just love me some Simon.
Oh, my
And
God.
so she's like, where? And then he's like, let me show you. And so he has this like old little like box in his room where he like keeps like memorabilia and things. And like there's like a candy wrapper in there. And she's like, what is this from? And he says something. It's the first candy I've ever eaten.
Trash in a box as memorabilia.
Oh man, that's true.
It's you guys. When I had to help Kim organize her room, I just pulled out boxes of trash that were under her bed, and she was like, "They're my memory boxes," and I was like, "Bitch, there's trash in here. There's trash in here."
Me and Simone get each other, okay? Just because you're a cold-hearted bitch. And we have feelings about things that have happened in our lives. He's like, that's the first candy bar I've ever eaten. Of course I'd keep that.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
I forget the reason. There was a better reason than that.
I'm
even,
sure
but
there
he kept
was.
it.
I'm sure there was.
But he deserves it to keep his candy wrapper.
I'm sure he does. All right. So
he
kept
pulls
his
out like a little inside thing that looks maybe like a little tin like gum mint sort of thing. And he's like, oh, there it is. And they shake it around and it's like, you know, things are clicking inside and they open it up and it's not coins. I want to ask you what it is, but there's no like reason.
I was trying to think of something that was small enough that would jingle.
Have you seen this movie?
No, something that would jingle jangle that would
give you a
fit
bonus point
inside of a little mint tin. And there's just not that many things.
You get a bonus point.
Thank you.
Know what? Maybe I wasn't believing in you as much as I should be.
I don't think you were. And you know what? That bonus point gets me another glass of wine.
Me too.
You didn't get a bonus point?
But I saved all my candy wrappers.
Okay.
It was motherfucking teeth.
That's terrifying.
Not coins. But Mama is like, oh, these are your milk teeth. Like the teeth that he lost, like his baby teeth.
Why does it creep me out when people call them milk teeth?
Because it's not something we use. It just must be what they call them.
I've heard it before.
And
I was like,
I have it.
Barf?
Like I got what it meant, but
it really grosses me out for some reason.
I was multitasking so hard that it didn't affect me.
I was multitasking so hard.
I hate you so much. It was in a different language, Ketryn. Fuck you. Okay, I was like, it's your milk teeth. Cool. Moving on. I don't know. Things, and it gets quick here too. So
do you pause it when you're watching?
Sometimes, yeah. Okay. Actually, often, but
but you don't want to pause constantly.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I'm able to write down milk teeth and get it on, get it down, then I go on. No, like I don't need to pause.
Joke, it's hard to do what we do.
No.
Like it's hard. Just so you guys know what we go through.
To notate the entire movie.
Yeah.
To word for word give you the entire
We just rewrite the movie. Yeah.
They're like, no, the people that make the movie. It's pretty.
That's
pretty.
The hard part.
They're doing all the work.
Yeah.
You dicks.
Okay, so he's got his milk teeth in a box.
She's like, where did you get this? And Simone is like, don't you see? This is the first clue. They have my coins. Oh. The game has started. And he's like, where do you normally keep my teeth? So they go then. So now it's like starts cutting to the places that they go. They go to her nightstand.
Okay.
There's a jar. That in the jar is sand instead of the teeth.
Oh.
Where do you, and she's like, did you set this up? And he's like, where do you find sand? And she says, beach. And he's like, no, it has to be like near the house, at the house. So they go outside. It's fucking pouring rain. And they're just like digging through, like right outside, like in the kind of sand next to the house. Mm-hmm. And there's some type of ring or something in there. And then they go to the sewing box. They're upstairs. And inside the sewing box, they pull out this like weird pointy metal thing.
What?
And I don't know what all these things are, but they clearly do. So I'm like, cool. I'm with you. Then they run downstairs to like a chapel, apparently, that was in this orphanage.
Oh, okay.
And it was like part of a crucifix. It was one of like the little pieces on one of those big statue things. Okay. And they look under there and there's a Russian egg doll. Is that what it's called? Nesting doll. Okay.
A Russian egg doll. It was so close. I guess they're a little egg shaped.
They are egg shaped, and I got Russian right.
You did.
Consider it a win.
I'd say 2 out of 3.
I'd say I started this one off rough, and I'm only getting better.
Yeah, Russian nesting doll.
All right. So inside there is a key. Ooh. And they're like, where does this go? And Simone's like, I recognize this key. The kitchen. Baby. Oh my God. I'm in love. Everyone's in love with him. He's like, the kitchen, the drawer. And like, I guess earlier we had seen the mom kind of lock some things in there.
Okay.
Like that's like their, where you keep like all the shit, like all of your stuff. You're like, this is our drawer of
your junk drawer
things.
Like
but
you're
not
under
junk
the bed.
drawer. This is like the like the files and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
The things you kind of want to keep safe.
Gotcha. Yes.
So there's like a drawer inside the kitchen.
Yeah.
And so he unlocks it, and his file from Benina falls out. But in it are all these coins.
What?
So he's like, my coins, I can make a wish.
And the mom's like,
like the file he just kind of throws to the side, doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And but the mom is like, those are our things. You shouldn't touch them.
Yeah.
She's like, that's like mine and your dad's stuff that you shouldn't be touching. And someone's like, I didn't. It was them. And the mom says, don't lie to me.
Oh, no. I hate this.
And someone says, I'm not lying. You're lying. You're not my mother. She says,
no.
Who told you that? My friends, Tomas. They told me the truth. I don't have a mom or dad, and I'm going to die.
Oh, no, Simone.
So we cut to mom and dad and Simone having a sit down.
Oh.
And the dad's like, Carlos is like, we wanted you to be older when we told you these things, you know? And little Simone is like, if this is a lie, does that mean Father Christmas is a lie too?
Oh,
and I'm just
baby.
like, I love you so much. And they talk about the pills, and he's like, you know, like, how long will it take me to die if I don't take them?
Oh.
And things like that. And they're like, we'll take care of you. Like, you're fine. Everything's okay. So then I think it's maybe another day or later or something. And so a car comes up and they're like, the first kids are here. And
oh, right. Because they're going to take in some kids. That's right. Okay.
And she's like, the first kids are here. And Simone is like, I want to show you something. And she's like, we got to go. Come on, we're going outside, you know. And he's like, no, I want to show you Tomas's little house. And she's like, no, we're going. He's like, I want to show you Tomas's little house. And she's like, no, come on. And they're like fighting, and she slaps him. And she's like, oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Like, she has that like moment of being like,
fuck.
I did not mean to do, like, she's not a bad mom.
Yeah.
Like, she's not.
Did not mean to do that. Yeah.
And she's like, okay, if you don't want to come down, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, she kind of like settles, and she's
Takes
like,
a deep breath.
Okay, if you don't want to come down, that's okay. I'm going to go down and welcome these people, and you can stay here if you want.
Yeah.
So then there is like a party outside, basically. Okay. And everyone's wearing creepy masks that remind me of the masks from what you showed me of old-timey Wicker Man.
Yes. Okay. That's actually exactly what I was picturing.
Yeah. They kind of seem just like handmade creepy old-timey masks in some weird way. And it seems like they're having, like, it's like they have that big house. So it's like they're almost having that outdoor little festival at their place.
Right.
And there's quote unquote special children there.
Right.
But there are adults and things, you know what I mean? It's like, I guess they're like bringing their children there and things like that. All the kids are wearing masks. And so kind of like a couple kids run around, and we see one little kid in a little kind of blue sheath dress like thing. Wearing a burp mask.
Oh no.
And it has Tomas as a name on the little dress. So the mom, but like we as the audience kind of see that. That's just kind of is like, we're just like, So the mom goes upstairs looking for Simon, and he's not in any of the rooms. And she starts kind of like looking through each room, like kind of going down the hallway, and it's a big ass place. So it's like that kind of thing where she's going down a long hallway and looking in each room. The very end is a bathroom. So we get to, I wrote in the corner, I hate this. I want it to stop. This is also one of the few movies I watched at night by myself. Yeah. Like I was just watching at night by myself, and I was like, I hate this. Why am I doing this?
Just so you know, in solidarity, I've had to watch the last 2 movies by myself. Ooh. I mean,
well, welcome to my world.
It's like, I mean, what does Eric do for us?
How
honestly?
could Eric forsake you?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Doesn't he have enough time for us?
Yeah. He literally does everything. Thanks,
honey. We love you. Thank you. So she's now at the end of the hallway, and she's looking in the bathroom. So, and behind her, she hears.
Is this the bathroom door that's shut?
I think so.
I just don't know the layout of the house. But...
And like it was unclear even when we saw the door shut, like where it was.
Okay.
It wasn't like, oh, we saw it right behind her from where she was standing. It was just like they cut to strangely a random door shutting.
Okay.
But like, because behind, and the way I could tell it's like a bathroom is because like inside it's already like halfway shut.
Yeah.
But it's like inside is like very bright white. Right. It's like tiles.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So like we're like just like, bathroom? Oh, that's a bathroom. I guess like your brain just does that. So the mom is at the end of the hall, looking in the bathroom with her back to the entire hallway. And she hears a whistle behind her, and not like a wheat woot, like a blue
gym whistle
something, but not a gym whistle, just a little tiny.
What you might hear in a lighthouse.
Sure,
It's like a whistle that like a ship captain would have. That's what I'm picturing. Just go with me. Just keep going. I got it. I know what kind of whistle.
I don't know what kind of whistle ship captains have, to be honest, but it's like they're blowing a whistle, but not a and not a woot woot.
Right. I'm
It's
with
just
you.
woot.
Got it.
Just low and creepy.
Got it.
She turns around. Who is it?
Social worker lady.
Wrong. Good guess though. It's little Tomas kid.
Little burps map Thomas. Shit.
So he slow walks towards her, and she's like, Simon? Because again, like, it's just like a kid wearing a little sheath dress that says Tomas and like a creepy
Burps map.
Yeah. Head mask face thing. He like gets to her, and she's kind of standing right outside the bathroom, and she slowly tries to like start to take off his mask, and then he screams and pushes her and like the door slams shut, but her fingers are stuck in the door, and he slams the door against her fingers in the bathroom door. That opens up again, and then he pushes her, and she falls into the tub right behind her. And then he slams the door shut completely, and his hand goes against there's like kind of like one of those little window things in the door that's like see-through, not see-through. And he has like that key in his hand.
Is he on the inside or outside?
Outside.
Okay.
So he just slams the door shut on her, and you see his hand with that key.
Yeah.
And then he goes away. Oh, and so he locks the door. The door is locked.
Yeah, I got
so
that.
she can't get out.
Right.
So next thing we see is Carlos opening the door of the bathroom. Carlos's dad.
Yeah.
Darlos.
What? Darlo?
That came out of nowhere.
What? I love that. Darlos.
That's why I don't ever even try to plan.
Yeah.
They just come out. It's just,
That was amazing.
it's like sometimes you know. That's how I'm going to name my own child. Once it comes out, I'm just going to be like, you know what that is?
Burps. Oh God, I can't wait till you have a baby burps map.
Just going to intuitively name it once
love it.
comes out the vajay. So he opens the door, and kind of there's like some other people from the party like standing
like,
behind
what's
him.
going on?
And then they all start looking for Simone.
Right.
And the mom is freaking out, and she's just like outside and like lifting masks of children and being like, Simone.
This is very Wickerman-esque.
Yeah. And she runs to the beach now. She runs like down the path into the beach, and she's like, Simone. And she's like in the water, and Darlos is chasing her, and she gets towards like the cave, but the water is going in like much higher now.
Right.
It's like one of those
Tides up.
caves that it's like fills and empties depending on the tide, and it's like getting kind of full, and she's like running in the water, and like when she glances, there seems to be like a little kid standing there, and then she's running, and we glance back, and there's nothing there. And Darlos grabs her, and then he's like, there's no one there, and like the water's starting to go in, and we just cut to nighttime, police looking inside the cave with no water in it, with like flashlights and stuff like that.
That reminds me of that story from that soccer team that got stuck in the cave.
Oh yeah.
Oof. That was. Did you ever look at like the graph of what that cave? It is nightmare inducing. Just someone drawing what the cave looked like and the path that they had to take to get them out gave me nightmares.
Hence why I did not look it up.
Hence why I'm showing it to you.
Make it up in my brain.
Oh no. Okay, go ahead. So they're looking for Simone
so they
in the
kind of
cave.
just show like policemen looking around with flashlights. The mom's at the emergency room, or like in the
Mom's
hospital.
at the emergency room
She's in the hospital
because she hit her head or something.
We don't really see
know. Okay.
right now, but
Okay.
she's like in a hospital bed.
Got it. I'm sorry. I just thought I missed something.
And Darlos is like, he's not in the cave. And Mom's like, I saw him.
Oh no.
So this lady comes, Pilar, who's a psychologist with the police. Mm-hmm. I think her name's Pilar. I I mixed that up a lot of time, but something with a P. I think her name is actually Pilar, and I couldn't remember it later when I was trying to reference her. So
Gotcha.
it becomes 5 different things over this story tale. So she's a psychologist with the police, and she tells them we're working to find him. And she says, so we know he was adopted. Do we think maybe he was kidnapped?
By maybe his birth
by
parents?
someone, who like actually knew him. And the mom's like, no, there was this lady that came to the house, Benita. And the psychologist lady is like, there's no social worker with that name. Can you describe her? And she says, okay, yeah. I mean, she was in her 70s. She had really thick rimmed black glasses. And pale eyes. So we're at the house now, back at the house, and mom is there and she's in a wheelchair. It looks like she has a broken leg.
Gotcha.
So that's clearly what happened.
Yeah.
Or like at least from like calf down is she got a
Is
cast on.
sheathed? Casted.
Sheathed. So mom. So mom says,
I'm not cutting that.
that's me finding my spot. Mom says, mom says, how can they trust me with their kids after this?
After I just lost mine.
Like,
yeah.
She lost her kids. She freaked the fuck out all in front of all these people.
Yeah. Lady, you're not wrong.
This is a thing that I'm not sure if it means something and it comes back like what we're seeing exactly. But Darlos says, take my St. Anthony medal. It means a lot to me. And the mom's like, I don't believe in that. I don't know if it's just so we can hear that she doesn't believe in that kind of shit.
And St. Anthony finds lost shit, right?
Yeah.
I ain't even Catholic, bitch.
But like St. Anthony's, supposed to be like a really like good luck like medal. Like it's a lot of like those kind of things. And he's like, okay, it doesn't matter. Like if you have it, it still works.
Yeah.
Like give it back to me when we find him.
I think Jenna taught me that. Jenna used to have a St. Anthony thing, I think.
Yeah. So they're sleeping. The mom is clearly, we're now in like a dream sequence. For the first time I recognize it's a dream sequence because she's like swimming like inside water. Like she's like down inside some. She's just like, yes.
Yeah.
And as she's swimming, she hears a whistle.
Like that whistle.
The same whistle.
Okay.
And then she wakes up and she hears a noise in the house. What does she do and what do you do?
Well, this bitch, I mean, she's frantic. She's hoping it's Simone. So she gets up and looks for the noise. What do? I'm going to wake Darlos up and have him come with me. So we're both going to look, but I'm going to wake Darlos up first. And I'm going to wake his ass up. That's what I'm going to do. Yay! Double ding! Buy your t-shirts at KMANCatStayAlive.com.
Now we're just going to take that as a
I know.
joke.
I love it.
Oh, man.
Okay.
So, she goes out of the bedroom. Mind you, she's in a wheelchair.
Oh, that's right. She's in a fucking wheelchair. Obviously, you get fucking Darlos to help you.
She's in a wheelchair with a broken leg.
Girl.
And then all of a sudden, she's just out of the bedroom.
Girl, I can't.
And
that's just dumb.
She hears something like, so she's in the hallways now of like the upstairs, whattever.
Because I'm sorry, I'm just very upset. Let's say she fucking finds someone. What are you going to do? Wheel away? Really? That's ridiculous.
I know. So she, again, is in the hallways and stuff, and she hears something like upstairs and like moving around almost like through the walls a little bit. And so she gets to like a vent. And she's like, in the vent, maybe? So then she's like, Carlos!
Finally.
Darlos!
Wake his fucking lazy ass up.
So Darlos comes up. They go to Simone's room now. And they look at the bed. And it looks like something's under the bed. The blanket a little bit.
Looks like something is under the blanket on the bed? Okay. Yeah. All right. Got it.
And they pull the blanket back. And it's a little wooden doll.
Creepy.
A creepy wooden doll. And then we as the audience see the bathroom door close again.
Anything made of wood is so creepy. Any toy made of wood. Sorry, I should clarify. Any toy made of wood is terrifying.
That's not true.
It is true. I'm going to find you some wooden toys. Keep talking. I will find you some wooden toys.
What about a rocking horse?
Terrifying.
No.
Fucking nightmare inducing.
Did you have a rocking horse?
I had a plush rocking horse.
A plush rocking horse? What does that even mean?
Plush, like what stuffed animals are made out of.
I had a plush rocking horse. Fuck you, Ketryn. I'm sorry.
I'm looking.
Sorry if I had a normal rocking horse made of wood
Wooden
that
toys.
brought so much joy to my life.
Keep talking. I'm looking up wooden toys.
And I had like a chalkboard that was probably my favorite thing ever.
Oh, chalkboards were cool.
That's made of wood.
Well, part of it is. Oh my God, they're terrifying. Look at these things. Look at this plane.
No, dolls made of wood. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you dolls made of wood.
Okay. Yeah, they're not.
Not all dolls made. There's like little train things. What about little train wood train
I'm just
things?
saying that it would be a lot easier to put wooden toys into horror movies and be creeped out by them than like Fisher Price shit.
A wooden doll, but Fisher Price shit is actually, there's some Fisher Price wood train sets that I could give you right now, or a puzzle.
Do you know what we're doing right now?
What?
Focusing on the right things.
It's because you said all things made of wood are terrifying. Okay, so yeah, we needed to sidestep for a second and say that I'm taking back some of your bells.
No!
How do I unbell?
Don't unding me.
I'm undinging her.
Don't unding me. I'm taking my bells back. Okay.
Undinging
So she finds
you.
a wooden doll under the blanket.
So we as the audience see the bathroom door close again. And that's weird and freaky. All right. Now we see a guy. I'm like, police question mark or like detective? Because he's like doing that thing where it's like you put like pictures on the wall to kind of like,
Yes.
you're doing detective work.
Right.
You know, you're stringing lines together or whatever.
Right.
But the news is on, like the sound of the news is on, and they're talking about a 7-year-old disappeared. I said 7.
Yes, you did say
7-year-old
7.
disappeared.
High five.
High five.
Yeah.
All right. 5 to 10, 7.
Yeah. Right in the middle.
7-year-old disappeared 6 months ago. That's why I was like 7, 6, because I knew those numbers were involved.
Yeah.
All right. 7-year-old boy disappeared 6 months ago. He also has medicine he needs to be taking. They're talking about that on the news. So clearly time has passed.
6 months to be exact.
Correct. So now we see the mom. She's talking to a group of people in a circle. And I'm like, is this a support group? Like, what is this? And she's saying how there was no trace. And, you know, he had imaginary friends and we never paid attention to that. But I feel like they're in the house. Then another lady starts speaking and she says, I saw my daughter a year after her death. And then kind of the main person says it's normal to feel people after they die. Like, who else has felt this? And slowly, one by one, like everyone raises their hand. And she says, no, he's not dead. His friends took him. I saw one the day he vanished. I'm not crazy.
Girl, you sound crazy.
So then we see what I think is maybe detective guy again doing things, and we hear again the news talking, and they talk about snowstorms happening in this town and things like that. So now the parents,
Where are we?
I don't know, and I meant to look it up.
Because in my head, when you said it was like Spanish subtitles, Guillermo del Toro, I was like, oh, we're in like, you know, Mexico or Spain. But then it's like Winter Beach Lighthouse. So now I'm confused.
Yeah. Does it snow in Spain?
I feel like it's further north than Mexico. So like but I don't see it as being, I still feel like it's a little bit Mediterranean in Spain. So I don't know.
I meant to look up where it took place because I was also confused about that because it straight up snowed.
Yeah. We'll have to.
But they all speak Spanish, so.
Yeah. Maybe there's like a snowy part of, okay, we'll look it up. Anyway.
I don't know. I don't think there's a snowy part of Central America.
It's got to be Spain then. There's got to be a snowy part of Spain. Okay. We'll look at a globe and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, I kind of want to Google it right now.
Okay,
Would it be weird?
No. Let's go.
So it snows in Spain. Snows in Spain, in the northern parts of Spain and things like that.
All right.
So
Magic of Google.
that's where they are. In the part of Spain where it snows, and also by the beach and where they have lighthouses.
Yep.
So it's kind of like the New England of Spain,
Yes.
is what I'm seeing.
Or, yeah, I'm with you.
Right. So now the parents are driving through town and there's snow all around. And they stop because a woman is crossing the street kind of in front of them, like walks right in front of them. She's pushing a baby carriage. Mm-hmm. And that woman walks by them, but like turns. And the mom is like, Benina, that's Benina. And the mom gets out of the car. So the woman has now walked by them into like the other lane. And the mom gets out of the car and she says, Benina. And the lady stops and she turns and looks back at them. And bam, she's hit by a truck.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
She's hit by a truck.
Bitch, you got me.
The carriage is under the truck.
No.
And the lady's been like struck to the side of the road, basically. So mom goes and reaches under the truck and she sees kind of like the like legs of like a wooden doll type thing. And she pulls it out and it has a burp sap on and says Tomas on it. And Darlos is over with the woman because he's a doctor.
Sure.
And trying to save her, but there's a big crowd around, so we can't really see. And mom gets in there, and Darlos says she's dead, and he covers her face with something, but we didn't really get to see. And mom sees around her neck a whistle.
Shit.
And one of those long silver whistles.
I know exactly what
so
you're talking
that's why
about.
it makes that kind of sound, and not the coach whistle.
Yeah.
Mom pulls it, like kind of like grabs it and like yanks it off for a little bit, which knocks the like piece of cloth off her face.
Yeah.
And her fucking like jaw is like separated from her face. Like it's just like, ah.
I want to see.
And mom just like pulls the whistle off.
Shit.
So now Petrol.
Oh, Pilar.
Petrol's at somewhere. So she's there. And she's like, we went to Benina's house. And there were all these old pictures and old film there of kids from the orphanage. And she's now showing. And the mom is looking at them and she sees a picture of like kind of like, you know, like the classroom picture of like classroom photo of like all the kids. And she's like, yes, those are all my friends. And that's me.
What?
And Petrol points to a woman standing in the back with thick glasses on.
It's Benina.
It's Benina. She worked at the orphanage.
But mom doesn't
Mom's
remember
like,
her?
"Oh, I don't remember. And she's like, well, she was there because she had a kid who was deformed. He wore a mask. His name was Tomas.
A burp smack.
And they kind of kept him away from everyone else.
Yeah.
And so she said, he died after you were adopted.
Okay.
So the
Question
kids,
mark?
What happened was
See, what had happened?
the kids played a trick on him,
On Tomas?
on Tomas.
Oh, no. Don't do it. Don't bully babies.
So they were in the cave
Oh, no.
and they took his mask off and they ran out.
No.
And they wanted to see if he would come out
But he
without
wouldn't.
his mask on. And he wouldn't.
No. That's
Yeah, I
so
know.
sad.
So she said they found his body at low tide.
No.
And none of the kids were blamed because they were playing a game. And they were like little.
Oh, no.
And
That's
the
so
mom
sad.
says, looking at the pictures, she says, that kid was at my house.
Shit.
And Petrol's like, we asked all of the party people and no one saw a kid with a burps map on their head.
Oh, shit.
So now mom is kind of just sitting and watching like the films that Petrol left. And she sees a film of just a kid drawing. And we're like, oh, is that Tomas? And he like turns his head and his face is all deformed.
What kind of deformed? Like elephantitis or like burn scars or...
Like looked more like burn scars, but probably wasn't from burns.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Okay. I'll have to look it up. I can't wait.
I guess we'll post a picture. So now mom is in bed. She's sleeping. It's nighttime. Mm-hmm. She kind of like, she's like laying on her back and she like hears some noises a little bit. And so she like turns over so that she's facing like the outside of the bed.
Right.
And we kind of like see the blanket behind her kind of like, you know, make a little hand movement kind of underneath the blanket. So then we're just on her and she's like, you know, laying on her side and she's like, I can't sleep through the night. I just keep thinking. And she says all these cute things about Simone and like when they got him and how something about they used to call him like 2 kilos. Because I guess he was so little when they got him and the doctors were like, there's like little chance that he could be normal and okay. Mm-hmm. And she says, but we saved him and like he makes us strong. Like all of us together are strong.
That's so sweet.
And they nicknamed him like 2 kilos.
What does that mean? 2 kilos?
2 kilos, like pounds.
Oh, 2 kilos.
Kilos.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's just looking on the side of like she's talking to behind her and then in front of her though is like the bathroom doorway, which the door is shut. And she then is like saying all these cute things. It's so sweet. And then she starts to realize that there's like light coming from under the doorway and it looks like 2 legs are there. Like we see the shadow of 2 feet. And then the lights go off and she says, Darlos, someone is in the bathroom. The door opens. Who is it?
Tomas.
No.
Simon. Benigna.
It's Darlos.
It's Darlos?
It's Darlos.
So who's next to her?
Nothing. She turns and there's nothing next to her. And she lifts up the blanket and she's like, she's
What
like,
the
someone
fuck?
was here. Someone was here.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't want anyone in my bed.
This wasn't good for me. This wasn't good for me in my sleeping.
Yeah, that's rough.
Especially since I decided to watch it at night because it was the only time I had. That part in particular, especially the turnover, and you're like, oh, the thing behind you. And like, I like to sleep with pillows near me always for that reason. Like I'm like, I just like something behind me to know that
actually
not
just thinking, I was
nothing
like,
is
what would
behind
I
me.
do? I would put pillows right up against my back.
Which I already do anyway, I guess, because I'm a scaredy cat.
Oh, counting it.
No, I got it. Get out of here.
Extra ding.
So then we just cut to a lecture hall of some sort. And there's talking going on about maybe psychology. They're talking about like Carl Jung and stuff like that. And he says something about seeing double of something as a passport to the other world.
Seeing
passport.
To the other world. I let it go.
Thank you. And then the mom and this guy are having...
Can you stamp my passport, please?
My passport? The mom and the guy who'd been speaking are now talking, just the two of them. And she says, he's been missing for 9 months. I have cloth from the kidnapper, like from kind of, I think also like when she ripped the necklace off Benigna, she kind of like grabbed a little, like she ripped her cloth a little bit too. And she's like, someone has him and I just don't know what to do about it. Mm-hmm. And this guy says, would you let a medium into your house?
I mean, sure.
Would you, Ketryn?
I mean, I'd be pretty desperate.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty
Me
desperate.
Too. Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, come on in. So, got to Lady Medium in the house.
Lady Medium in the house!
That got me. Lady Medium in the house. All right. Okay. Now I just want to say it again. I'll bring it back later. Lady Medium in the house. She's in Simone's room. She, she's She's one of those mediums. She's just standing there, and she's
Right.
like, everyone's behind her, and
She's
she's
really
like,
standing in her power.
she is. She's standing in her power, and she's like, I need something old from the house, something related to its history, and clothes, if possible. She says, we're not alone.
Of course not.
And then the doorbell rings. Who is it?
At the door?
Yeah.
Darlos is there. Mom is there. Lady Medium's in the house. We're not alone. Who is it? Is it Pilar?
Good job.
Yay!
I actually added that question, so you just get a point.
Yay!
It's a bonus point.
I got 2 bonus points this round.
You're killing it.
I know. I'm doing great.
It's because I think I felt bad for you. I was
No,
like
you
trying to.
didn't.
I was like, I can't challenge her anymore.
No, I'm just getting better at this.
Pilar is there, and she wants to join.
Right.
So now we're doing this thing where we're watching Lady Medium in a video through the TV of like kind of night vision style. And she's now holding that wooden doll. And we're in a different room.
Okay.
So she's sitting in that room, in Simone's room.
And we're watching on a monitor of some
on
kind.
like and so we're in a different room. We're watching through a monitor. Great word. There's multiple monitors of every single room.
Yeah. Okay.
We're with like the guy who did the talking, the psychology talking, and it's like mom, dad, and then the other guy who helps out, and Pilar. And they're kind of asking what will happen, you know, and he's saying how she goes into a trance, and this will like let her cross into like past, present, something,
Future.
something. I just wrote. I don't know. It's a lot going on.
It'll let her cross over into different planes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't say that, but right. You get what I'm saying.
I do.
So we're going to start recording. And now Professor Guy is with us in our room. But they're all like connected. So he starts talking to her and he's like, okay, I'm going to put you down. Like, and it seems to be kind of like a hypnosis situation. So he's like, I'm going to count down. And he's like, I want you to go wherever and see who is hiding in this house.
Okay.
So he counts down and he's like, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
5.
4, 3,
3,
2,
2.
1.
I did it.
Did it. It
I'm
was
fluent.
so hard to do it backwards. Okay. So then she's basically down into like a trance state. So Lady Medium wakes up now, and we're again watching through the
Monitors.
green vision monitor, and she's like, I'm cold. Brr. Brr. The window's open. She goes to the window and she looks around and she's like, is anyone here? She says, I can hear someone. She starts walking out of the room, and it's interesting because one of the helper guys has kind of a map of the house, basically, you know,
Okay,
like a blueprint. And so everywhere she goes, he's like tracing as she gets there, because she kind of goes back and forth a couple of times and around. So she goes out of the room through the hallway, and it's weird because it's like we can like hear her footsteps happening because we're in another room in the house,
right? So we can
maybe
hear
like downstairs or something. So it's like we hear. It's like we're watching her walk, and at the same
also
time we're hearing
her.
her footsteps like above us almost. It's
Okay.
fucking creepy. And she says the sound is coming and going, and she's like, I think I lost them. Wait, I hear children. And we can hear it now too through the speakers of like her talking. We hear little kids like laughing and stuff. And she's like the end of the hallway. So she gets to the end of the hallway, which is where the bathroom is. And she's like, I can't open the door, but I hear someone crying inside, and they're saying, we're sick. And she says, I won't hurt you. Open the door. And they're like, we want you to open the door. So she opens it, and there's just kids that are screaming, and we can't see them. So all we see is her, and we just see her face. And she just says, what have they done to you?
Oh no.
She says, I see 5 children. They're very sick. Who would want to poison you? And they say, someone's going to kill us. And they're like, is Simone here? Is Simone here? And as soon as she like kind of like mentions, is Simone here? The cameras start going out one by one as we're watching on the thing. They go to like fuzzy. So Professor Guy starts counting down again. He's like, stay in the room. And he's like, we're going to come back to us. Okay. And countdown. 10, 9, 8. And as he starts counting down, one camera would come back on for every like number.
Shit. Okay.
Slowly. Each camera comes back on. 1. She's sitting right back in the chair where she started.
What?
So the guy doing the map had to suddenly be like, and here.
What?
Yeah.
That's okay.
So now they're just sitting, talking afterwards. And she says that she was here in this house, but it looked different. You know, because it was back in the day.
Right.
Like things were different around here. But she says, I saw the kids, but I couldn't tell if Simone was there. And Darlos was like, so what, you saw ghosts? And Pilar says, what's her name? Says, you know, I mean, what is even a ghost?
Right.
You know, and Lady Medium says, when something terrible happens, it leaves a trace. Oh. It's like an echo or a scar or a pinch. And she like pinches the mom's arm that begs for caress to kind of help it.
Right.
And she says, when we're closer to death, because what she does is she like pulls up her sleeve and like she has like all these marks all over her arm. Like maybe she's sick or something like that.
Okay. The medium does?
The medium,
okay.
Yeah. And she says, when we're closer to death, it's easier for us to see it. AKA Simone.
Oh. Shit. Because he's close to death.
So, because he's sick.
No.
So Darlos and Pilar are just like, this is a sideshow.
It's a shire show.
It's a sideshow. And, you know, like Pilar's just like, this is ridiculous. And Mom is just like, fuck you, girl, bye.
Right.
Get the fuck out. Like,
Get
you
out.
don't need to be
Leave.
here.
Yeah.
If you don't, whatever. Fuck that. So Lady Medium is now leaving. She's in a car and the mom talks to her as she's leaving and she's like, what do I do? And Lady Medium says, your pain guides you, but only you know how far you'll go to save him. She says, believe and you will see.
And she doesn't believe.
So now we see the detective guy taking down all the pictures.
Okay.
Taking shit down. And then I realize it's Darlos.
It's Darlos.
It's Darlos. And they're in the house. This was just a room in the house and it's been Darlos the whole time, which I think we were supposed to know it was Darlos.
Oh.
Yeah. I just didn't understand.
Oh, okay.
It was just like a guy hanging up pictures
detective-y.
and I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
It was Darlos the whole time, but he's taking it down.
Oh, Darlos, don't give up, buddy.
And he, you know, says to Mom, we can't stay here. We need to leave.
Yeah.
And she's like, but the kids are here. You heard it. But
yeah.
And Carlos is like, they were up there setting up cables forever. It could be a setup. Like, you know, like they didn't even mention Simone. They were only contacting the dead.
Right.
So if they're even contacting the dead and like we want to believe he's alive, you know, and she's just like,
I'm with Darlos.
He's like, let's leave.
Yeah.
What do?
They're not going to leave. But
And what do you do?
I would definitely leave. Because regardless, let's forget all the other shit. I need to keep our mental health intact and we can't do that in this house.
But what about Simone?
If we find Simone, they'll find Simone. Like if I don't believe he's dead and I believe he's missing, it doesn't matter where I live. I'm not going to move to Guam, but I'm going to get out of the house.
You don't think he's in the house?
I don't think he's dead. Yay.
Those are more bonus points. I guess I did have more times that I could give you points. Disregard whatever number of points I said you could get.
Okay. We'll find out at the end.
I thought that was a good question.
Yeah.
But you're doing it. Everyone I ask, you're
Thank
getting.
you.
So, and the mom is just like, we can't give up. Like, it's just like a really, like, I'm like, it's so sad.
It's so
like,
sad.
she's just, it's sad. Oh. So then I go to sleep. I was tired. I was like, I'll reconvene in the morning.
Yeah.
It was late. Didn't sleep well.
Nope.
Not gonna lie.
You had Thomas Burps Maps sleeping next to you.
I did. But I was so scared, and I was like, it's late. And I had some other things I needed to do before I went to sleep. And
Girl,
so
I
was like,
hear
gotta
you.
do that.
I hear you.
Cut to Mom. Slow walking through the house. It's daytime.
Okay.
She hears a noise, and now she's just talking out loud. She's like, where are you? Like, I'm not afraid. And she's in, I think, what is either Simone's room, or no. This was like a different room. So there's like a big open room.
Okay.
But it's upstairs, one of the bedrooms, and it has like a big window.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
That was Ketryn's foot.
Sorry.
Stop trying to steal dings.
Sorry. I stole a ding.
That was not a ding. She's just, kind of being like, I'm not afraid. Like, where the fuck are you? Mm-hmm. And she turns around, the hurting. Windows behind her, and it just shatters.
Oh, shit.
But under that window was kind of one of those, like, window seat sort of things.
Yeah.
So she goes to that, she lifts it up, and inside are all these, like, little wood slabs that have little kids' names on it.
Okay.
And so but like small.
Yeah.
And she picks up some of them, and inside are little wooden dolls. So she goes and grabs the one that she has.
Yeah.
And she puts it in there. And as she's putting it in there, she pulls out a picture of her and Simone.
Of her and Simone?
Yeah, like a photograph.
Yeah.
From like them back in the day.
Right.
Kind of like inside there. And she's like, so this is a photograph of her and Simone. And she says, you want to play? You want to play a game?
Oh.
So the winds start blowing, kind of. Where does she go to next? And where do you go to? Or like, what does she go to get next? And what do you
She
go
goes to get his treasures, like his little coins. And I think she puts the photo into that box to sort of like invite them to take the photo and have her and lead her to him. Mm-hmm. I would do the same.
Okay. No points.
Shit.
That was a photograph. The game has already begun. She goes to find the photo album.
Oh, the game's already begun. She wasn't starting the game.
Well, no. I mean, she was just like,
yeah. Okay.
Where did this come from?
So she goes to the photo album.
She's like, let's play a game. Okay. Let's play this game. Okay. All right. She goes to the photo album. Inside, there's a dried rose. She goes to the garden outside where the roses are. There's a piece of cloth there. She sniffs it. I don't know why. She goes upstairs to the bedroom. There's a quilt where that piece of cloth came from. Unfolds the quilt. There's a candy wrapper inside. She goes to that old box. Inside is a door handle. A
door handle. So
she's got a door handle.
So she's got to find what that door handle goes to.
So she goes and she checks all the handles in the house, and there's none. She goes outside to the shed. She's looking. She fucking can't find anything. She turns and she sees something on the ground, and it's like this weird like necklace that maybe has like a picture or something in it. And she's like, Benigna?
A locket?
Sort of. Like, it was hard to tell, but for some reason it seemed like it was like maybe an old picture of Benigna, like on this necklace. And it's right in front of this thing that looks like almost a pizza oven with 3 doors. Mm-hmm. Like that kind of look to it in this shed, but like we don't know what it is. And in front of everything are these like big bags of like what would be like maybe flour or sand, like, you know, those kind of like.
I do.
Exactly. So that's all in front of these doors. So she picks that up and she starts moving them aside, and she breaks the door open there. It doesn't require a door handle, but like.
Yeah.
that's a door. And so she like breaks it open and she starts pulling out some bricks and things. And she like lights a lantern. And then what does she do and what do you do?
So is there a place for her to go in?
Yeah. It would be like tunnel. Like it's like the
Okay.
size of us.
She goes in by herself with her lantern. I am going to get Darlos. I'm not going in there by myself. And I'm also going to have some sort of light that's on my head so that I have both my hands free. And that if I drop the lantern, now I'm in fucking darkness.
So she crawls the fuck in.
Don't.
She
And
crawls
don't. And
in.
literally, like, if you drop the lantern, you're in darkness.
So she's kind of going, there's clearly more bags inside. So she starts bringing them out. Like
Okay.
to kind of clear the way.
Okay.
So she's like, and I don't think it's like a tunnel. Like I think it's just like a space of some sort. It's confusing as to like what this was meant to be.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's a Spanish thing. Not sure.
Okay.
But she's just bringing more like bags of like whatever the fuck flour or something out. And as she's like bringing the last one, it kind of like breaks open on the ground in front of her. Now she looks back in and it's like empty in there.
Okay.
And she's just fucking exhausted. So she's like sitting there and this thing is just like broken open on her. And like amongst like the dust, it's kind of like dirty. It's just like, it looks like dust basically inside of there.
Weird.
Like just like the gray flour or something. So she kind of like just like pulls that off her and then like it like shifts around her and she sees something. Do you want to guess what it is? This wasn't
whistle.
a question.
The whistle.
No. It's a jawbone.
Those are ashes.
She opens up another bag, finds a skull bone. Another bag finds leg brace and some more bones.
Oh, no.
What does she do and what do you do?
Those are the kids' ashes. Well, I mean, what I would do is call the police. I just found human bones in my shed. What does she do? Probably not something as logical as call the police. Maybe she does. Maybe she does call the police. Let's have her call the police. Yes! I am double dinging all over the place. Stop trying to make double ding happen. It's not going to happen.
Oh, man. So we just cut to the police being there. And now it's her watching old-timey videos of kids at the orphanage. And Darlos comes in. And she just says, they're 5, right? And he's like, yeah. He's like, those are all my friends.
Oh my God.
Benigna killed them.
Killed all of them for killing her son.
They played a game on Tomas. And now they're playing a game on us, which means Simone is in trouble.
Shit.
Darlos just says, I've packed. We're
leaving.
And she's like, no, we can't go. And he's like, no. We can't stay here. And you're not staying here alone. And she's like, I there's just so much memories here. Like, I need to say goodbye. I just need 2 days alone.
Nope.
Please.
Nope. Don't stay in that house alone, girl. Don't stay in that house alone, girl.
Darlos leaves.
Darlos.
So now Mom is just digging through like old sheets. She's doing laundry ? She's moving shit around like mattresses and beds and everything else. And then I'm like, oh shit, she's setting it up to look like the OG orphanage. So she's just setting up a room full of like all those beds. And she even puts up that creepy scarecrow, which was in the beginning that I meant to mention in the beginning. I forgot. When they were playing 1, 2, 3, knock on the wall.
Gotcha.
There was like a creepy scarecrow outside, but she puts that up too. She puts on a big ass fucking blue sheath dress thing like Benigna with that necklace or some necklace. and she's taking some medicine as she does this. And flashback to earlier where she's like collecting blackberries out in the woods and like almost falling over in the trees a little bit. Like, I don't really know what's going on there. She grabs the doorknob.
Okay.
She puts it in her sheath pocket. She's like, shit's ready. Everything's back to the way, like shit's together. She's got her shit on. She looks good. She's got her hair pulled back. She's got her shit together. She goes outside and there's one of those big, fucking dag dab it. Ruined it.
What is it?
A big bell that you would ding to maybe like ring someone in for dinner. Like
a triangle? One of those. Got it.
No, you pull the string and it's just like,
okay. Got it.
Trying to like bring the children in, basically. Then she goes inside and she sits at the big dinner table that's all set with all the placings. There's blueberries everywhere and some cookies. Okay. And there's little dolls in each one of the seats.
No.
She sits at the head of the table and she prays and she waits. And then she tries to like scoop some sugar, but it's all fucking dried up together. And she just throws it and she's like, what else do you want from me? And she's just like, I have no time. And she's like, okay. You want to keep playing? Okay, let's keep playing. She's like, deal. But you need to tell me where Simone is. So it's nighttime. She's in the house. She's against a wall. What does she do and what do you do?
It's nighttime. She's
We're gonna
against
play a game.
Knock, knock, knock on the door and turn around and oh my God, this is gonna be so scary. I just realized it's gonna be so scary. It's gonna be little baby burp snaps coming up behind her. They're gonna get closer and closer. Oh God, I'm so scared.
Yeah, what's your plan?
Not that. Not that. You know what I think I would try? That game is just too scary. I understand that she's trying to contact them, but the idea that they're like coming up behind me, I can feel them right now. I think I would try to have more of like, stop it. Do not look behind me. You're a monster. You guys. I think I would try to have like a more, well, I would have left with Darlos, but I would try to have a more communal sort of interaction. So maybe a seance type situation. Okay. Where they can't sneak up the fuck behind me. Okay. That's what I'm upset about.
So she is at the wall and goes, 1, 2, 3, knock on the wall. Turns around, nothing. 1, 2, 3, knock on the wall. Turns around, nothing. Here's a sound. 2, 3, knock on the wall, turns. Nothing.
What?
1, 2, 3, knock on the wall, turns. There's a kid on the other side of the room. Far away on the other side of the room. 1, 2, 3, knock on the wall. The kid's a little bit closer and there's more behind.
No.
1, 2, 3, knock on the wall. They're all getting closer.
No.
1, 2, 3, knock on the wall. 1, touch her, they run.
No.
And she chases after them. And they go to a closet under the stairs. And they all run in there. And this one little girl stops and waits for her at the doorway. And mom's like, no, wait, I won't hurt you. I just want Simone. And the girl runs inside. And then mom runs inside and looks and disappears. There's nothing there. Oh, so now mom is digging through this closet and there's all kinds of shit in there. As she's in there, the door slowly shuts. She opens it, looks outside. There's nothing there. She keeps looking through the closet. The door slowly shuts, but like purposely, like she like watches it slowly shut in her face. So now she's inside the closet and she turns the light on and she starts banging on all the walls. And one feels kind of like hollow. Then she starts kind of tearing through some wallpaper and she realizes there's a little bit of a hole right there in the wall. What does she do and what do you do?
She's gonna. How big is the hole?
It's like just a tiny little thing.
She's gonna break open the wall more. She's gonna make the hole bigger. Mm-hmm. I am going to make the hole a little bit bigger. She's going to go in the fucking wall. I'm going to make the hole a little bit bigger, and I'm going to get a flashlight and shine my light in there.
I'm going to give you no point.
Shit!
She pulls out the door handle.
And it fits!
And she puts the door handle in.
I forgot about the fucking door handle.
She turns, opens the door, and there's a fucking set of stairs. Dark and creepy.
She's going to get her fucking lantern.
What does she do?
She's going to get her fucking lantern.
And what do you do?
Get her fucking lantern, go down there. I'm going to put my headlamp on. I'm going to call Darlos back. Be like, Darlos, be here in 10 minutes. I don't know where your bitch ass is, but we're going to go down these stairs together. You're going to hold my hand like we're going through a fucking haunted house. And we're going to see what's down here. But I'm not going down here by myself. What?
I'm going to give you one.
Okay. Who got it? Me or?
I mean, she goes down.
Okay.
So she goes down and it's basically like a basement, but it's like deep down and it's like kind of underground the way the walls are. You know what I mean? There's a weird light switch that she turns on. She doesn't have the lantern.
Right.
And we
always have your lantern.
Rule number 1. Always have your lantern. Or better yet, headlight.
Yeah. I prefer headlantern.
We need to put together
rules
to stay alive.
Never take the stairs. No, always take the stairs. Always take the stairs. Always have a head lantern. Oh, shit. I love it.
Okay. She turns the light switch on and it's like the lights are flickering on for the first time in forever.
Millions.
So it's like we just see it flicker behind her a little bit and it looks like something's standing there and it turns actually on again and nothing's there. You know what I mean.
I do. I'm scared.
So now we see little like paper drawings hanging on the wall and it's of all the kids. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Tomas must have lived here. And I'm like, Harry Potter, he lived in the closet under the stairs. He did live in the closet under the stairs. And then we see an actual picture of Benina and Tomas together. So now mom goes to this weird little like other shelfy corner thing. And all we see her is like, it's as if we're inside it. And there's like one of those almost like sheets that you can still see through a little bit.
Okay.
Like how you talked about with the tarantula.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so she stands in front of it and pulls it aside. And now we see a blanket there with something underneath. And she says, Simone?
Simone?
And Simone rolls over.
Oh, God.
And says, Mama, why are you crying?
What?
And so she grabs him and she's like, don't be afraid. I'll get you out. And he's like, no, stay and play with us. And they start hearing like clanking, like and noises and kids laughing all around them. And she's like, no time for play. No. She wraps him in the blanket and like picks him up. So she's basically just carrying like this big ass like blanket at this point. And okay, she's holding him and they're standing in the middle of the room and she's like, okay, imagine it's just me and you. It's just us and daddy and it's next Christmas. Okay. Close your eyes tight and think about what you'll be when you grow up and the kids at school and Tomas and the kids aren't real. It's like a nightmare, you know? Okay. Do it for me, Simone. And when you open your eyes, you're going to make them go away, please. And we just hear clanking and clanking and the camera's like scrolling around them like in circles. And she's like, okay, when you open your eyes, we'll make them go away. And she closes her eyes and it's dark. And then it's quiet. She opens her eyes and she's like, keep playing with me, Simone, okay? Darling? And she slowly lets go of the blanket, opens it up, and nothing's there.
No.
And she starts to look around. And she sees something on the ground in the dark. And I'm like,
what
body? Question mark.
Body?
And then it's a flashback to little Simone being like, I want to show you Tomas's little house. And her getting closer to the thing. Flashback to her opening this closet that closet under the step at one point, like being open and like all the stuff falling out, like it had been opened at one point.
Okay.
getting closer to the thing, flashback to like sounds and crashing. And we like see kind of on the wall that it looks like maybe something has fallen like from the steps.
Okay.
Where that thing is. And then there's a little body with a little burps map on.
No.
And she goes to it, and we are only watching her now, but she slowly pulls off the burps map mask.
And it's Simone.
And she just goes, no. And she starts crying, and she's just like, no. And it's just like cutting to like different parts of the house and her screaming, just hearing her screams. So now we see her carrying the body out of the closet. Mm-hmm. And she goes and she sits back on that little windowsill.
Yeah.
Where it was, where all like the kids' room has been set up. So there's like all the orphanage room, basically. Right. So it's like all the beds are there. It's the place where you can see out the window, and it's like the little window seat is right there. And she just sits there, and she's now holding
Simone's body. No.
What does she do, and what do you do?
What does she do? Well, what do I do? Let me start with what I do. I have my son's body. So I'm going to call the police and tell them that I found him. Like, I have to. What is the lore that's been built up with this? She has his body. I'm stumped. I'm going to take a 0 on this one. I'm stumped.
Okay. She says, I found you. Oh. This isn't fair because I found you.
Because I found you. You should be... I should get my wish.
She pulls out her pills and she takes some. And she's like, I found you. This isn't fair. And then she takes some more.
Kills herself.
She starts coughing and she takes some more. And she grabs like onto like that necklace that she was wearing. And she like slowly passes out. And as she does that, like the necklace like rips off her and like onto the floor. And she just like kind of her head just like. So she's still holding the body, and she just like her head like dips down and slowly passes out, and the necklace falls off. And now we just hear like sounds of the house and like creaks everywhere. And she's slumped over and slowly sits up and opens her eyes. And there's creaking and stuff going on. Mm-hmm. And she says, I want Simone back. And there's suddenly a flash of light. And she turns, and behind her, the lighthouse is working. It's on. And she sees a little girl outside who doesn't look old and creepy. And I'm like, is that like little girl her?
Yeah.
Or something like that? Who kind of like runs to the lighthouse. And then the body that she's holding like slowly reaches down to the floor, and we see little tiny Converse hit the floor and stand up. And he's alive! He's alive!
Oh my God!
And he says, Mommy, can I wake up now? And she's like, of course you can, darling. Oh, and she like kisses him. And he says, I found the coins. He's like, I found the coins, and now I can make my wish. Oh. And he's like, I wish that you would stay and look after all of us. And then she looks up, and all the beds are filled with little kids. Oh. And one of the kids next to them, like close to them, is like a girl who has kind of like scary eyes.
Yeah.
And like the door opens, and another kid comes in and like grabs Scary Eyes, and they walk to
Scary
Mom,
how?
Like glassy kind of. Like just like glassy and gray. Like I was like,
okay,
I don't know what's going on there.
Okay.
Because I again don't know what's happening. And
right,
I'm like,
right.
Yee? But another kid like grabs Scary Eye girl, and they walk to Mom and Simone, and then Scary Eye starts feeling Mom's face like a blind person.
Oh, so
when
she's
I
blind.
said Scary Eye, she was blind. Is really what it was. And she feels her face, and then that little girl goes, it's Laura.
Oh my God,
that's Laura. And then all the kids get up and they run over, and there's one little girl in a little leg brace, and they're all giggling, and they're like, she's grown old, like in the Wendy story.
Oh my God.
And the mom is like, come on, don't be afraid. And I think Simone is like, the house, the beach, the lost children, like the Wendy story, like Peter Pan. And the mom starts saying, once upon a time, there was a house by the beach where all the lost kids lived. And all the kids now just like sit around her, like listening to her tell the story. And it kind of cuts to just like the lighthouse kind of turning around and around.
Oh my God.
I know. And then we go to the sunshine, like over the ocean. And it cuts to this like kind of like reflective mirror stone kind of thing.
Yeah.
With something engraved in it. And it says, in memory of Laura and Simone and the orphans.
Oh, I knew it.
And we see Darlos walking up to it with flowers.
Oh, Darlos.
And it's a grave. Outside of the house. He goes in the house and he's now in that big like kids room, but it's all empty. Everything's been taken out. He's like standing kind of looking out the window. He turns back around to walk out and he sees something on the floor in the wood. What is it?
In the house? Mm-hmm. On the floor in the wood?
Yeah, kind of like stuck in between the little like wood panels.
The necklace that came off. Ugh.
So we're now looking at him from the doorway, and it's like French open doors, and like the doors are kind of like like mostly shut, but we can see him. He like picks up the necklace, like the window's behind him. He picks up the necklace, so he's like bending down, and then we're starting to see the creaking doors open.
Oh,
the doors are slowly opening. Opening. He looks up and smiles.
He died too?
And then it just cuts to black. El orfanato.
He saw the orphans and his wife.
I think he saw his wife and Simone.
Oh my God.
That's
so
what I
sad.
took from it, at least.
Yeah. Do you know when I was stumped, I was like, I don't want to say that I would kill myself.
Kill yourself. Yeah.
But
that was going to be a hard answer because it was like, I mean, I'd kill myself, but the whole point of this game is how to stay alive.
Right. And so like, I was just trying to be like, if I was able to have any mental capacity at all whatsoever, I would obviously call the police, but I wouldn't. And I would fucking kill myself.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds so good.
No.
Oh, I'm so torn too, because I'm just like,
I was like, I'm crying. I have so many feelings.
so fucking Benigna fucking killed all those fucking kids
All
for
the
killing
kids.
her fucking kid.
Mm-hmm.
But was she alive or was she a ghost?
I think she was alive.
But she was running out of that shed because she was like making sure.
Because the kids' bodies were in the
When
shed.
they're in the shed.
And she was like, why are you in this house?
Right.
Like, I think she was like, oh shit. Like, I'm assuming that like nothing had been in that house for a long time.
But like, what was she doing with the shovel? You know what I mean? Like, they were already in
she was
there.
probably gonna, I don't know, gonna maybe try
and
to
get them
all
out,
of the bodies out.
Yeah.
The bags and shit out.
The whole time I thought Benigna was some sort of terrifying ghost.
No, I think she was alive.
And then was hit by that car.
I think so. Like, yeah, that was confusing about like what the fuck carriage thing she was pushing because it just had a wooden doll inside. I mean, there was lots of like.
I mean, she could have been nutso. Like people, like women who lose their kids, like have mental breaks all the time.
Yeah.
So like, there's a scenario where
she just pushed around a wooden doll of Tomas at this point,
basically. Yeah.
So that actually makes sense. So yeah,
that's so good.
Wasn't it good?
It kind of reminded me in a weird way. I was listening to the first season of Somebody Knows Something. I don't know if I told you about this.
Yeah, but I hear it's just sad.
Right. It is sad. But like, it's like true crime. So, but the first season was really interesting to me because it's about a little 5-year-old boy that disappeared in the 70s.
Oh, right. And you were like, oh, he just like drowned.
He drowned.
Yeah.
It's very obvious. And I think even like the person who's investigating is like, he drowned.
But the parents don't want to like.
The parents don't want to. And it reminds me of pushing the baby around in the carriage because they have this idea. They're like, maybe some couple just happened to be driving by when, and they couldn't have kids and they saw a little 5-year-old boy and they just picked him up and then he just lived happily ever after with his family. And I'm just like, that's not, your kid drowned. Like, I am sorry, but it's like that sort of like, for your very survival, you have to hold that hope, even though the rational side of you is like,
well, it's the same thing like the mom did. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, yeah. That was so good.
That's so good.
I
was
love
like,
it. Simone. Oh my God. What if Cole and Simone hung out together?
Oh my gosh.
That would be so cute.
Sweet baby angels.
That was.
And yeah. It was
how did you hear of that
good.
one? Like, how were you like, I'm going to do this one this week?
I don't recall. It was just on my list, which I don't remember how I put it on there.
Yeah. I feel like it's just been a minute that like we've been able to just like choose whatever movie we want to do.
I know. And I didn't know what to do. So I had, here was my thought process though, is like, I'd done a lot of like fun ones lately, which I love.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, want to keep doing.
Yeah.
But I was like, I kind of want to get back to like something that like really scares me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Totally.
I wanted something that was like a little ghostly, a little. So that was like why I picked this one
That
at
was
the
so
moment.
good. Those motherfucking
But
kids
I
coming
was-
up behind her. God damn it. That's so fucking
But I
scary.
was not expecting it to be this.
I know. Hey, how many points did I get,
many
bitch?
feelings. Oh my God. I had so many feelings.
I will pour some more wine while you count up my points.
Baby Simone. Okay. I mean, I think 2019 is your year. Girl.
Really? What did I get out of what?
Out of 32 points, you got 21.
What? Holy shit.
That's
2019 is
by
my
far
year.
the best you've ever done.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
I don't know what's going on. This is your year, girl.
Thank you.
Take it in, stand in your power, breathe in the light. This is your year.
I love it. That's so fun. I think I'm just really like, so I think what I was doing in the beginning is I was just like following along with your story. And every time a question would come up, I'd be like, oh shit, I have to do something. And I would kind of have to like backtrack. But now what I do is I make mental notes along the way so that I'm not just like panicking every time you ask me a question.
Yes.
I think that's part of what's happening. Or it was just dumb luck. Could have been that as well.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to go easy on you too, but this is your year.
Yay! Thanks, Bernsey. That was a great movie.
Gosh, it was so good. It's so many feelings.
I have a
Did
lot
you
of
cry?
feelings. I did.
Cried.
Yeah.
Just crying.
I had a lot of
Simone.
little. I can't wait to see a picture of Simone. I want to see a picture.
So cute.
I want to see a picture of Simone. I want to find a picture of Creepy Game with the knock knock on the wall. I want to see a picture of Benigna, her jaw ripped off. What was the other creepy
There was
thing I
something
wanted
else that
to
I was
see?
like, oh, I have to show you.
Baby Burps Map's deformed face.
Right.
I wanted to know like
and we'll
what
see
that.
his mask as well.
Yeah. I loved it, Burns. High five.
Thanks. What I liked about that is like that because it was like a little like, oh, is this spooky shit going on? You know, like ghosty things going on. Like clearly there is ghosty things going on.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, oh my God, he's alive again. Like I was just on the ride.
Yeah.
I was like, he's fucking alive.
Yeah.
Oh my
we did
God.
it.
Like I
Hooray.
totally believed that it like happened.
Yeah. That it would like the kids were like harboring him.
Yeah, and now we were just gonna take care of these little ghost children.
Yeah.
and like because she wanted to take care of little kids anyway, and they were like,
I
little
would take
friends.
care of ghost babies.
I was totally on board for that. And then
If you knew they were chill and you knew that they weren't going to fuck with you, would you take care of ghost babies?
do they have to be there forever?
I mean, they're ghost babies. But you can like have I mean, yeah, they're
Like,
ghost
do they
babies.
grow up? Can they leave
No,
the
they're
house?
ghost
I mean,
babies.
I don't wanna.
You would have to set boundaries, but like
I want them to turn 18 and get out.
they can't. They can't. They're ghost babies. So you would just move and leave the ghost babies
I
alone.
don't know how maternal I am. Okay, in that way.
I mean, I don't disagree. I can't tell you what I would do either. I would feel very guilty if I left them. And like the ghost babies were like, please be our mother.
I mean, I feel like I'd prefer to figure out a way that they can like move on, move forward to like a better place.
That's a great
than
idea.
Just being stuck here.
Do you know what? Let's help each other do that. If either of us finds ourselves with ghost babies, let's try and get them
for sure Girl,
into the next realm. Yeah, and
by
I'll
the
help
time,
you too.
By the
I'll
time
hold your head
that
lantern.
happens, like we're gonna have such a survival map from this podcast, so we'll be good.
It's gonna be great. Head lanterns, we got to invest in them.
Head lanterns, and
we'll look like those anglerfish that live in the Mariana Trench. All right,
I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Subscribe and review. Follow us on kksampodcast.
Share with your friends. I fucking love everyone.
Me too. Our community is so awesome.
Couldn't express that anymore.
Yeah. I mean, just so awesome. You guys are just so
And anyone
great.
who ever wants to reach out, like, please do. Like, we love talking to people and hearing from everyone. It's badass.
Yeah.
Everyone's super cool. I don't know. That's all I got. Happy fucking 2019.
2019.
Let's do this.
Lady Medium in the house. So with that,
this has been Kim and Kat Stay Alive.
Maybe. So on that note,
until next week.
Oh, wait. What is it?
So until next week,
stay alive. Goodbye.
Bye.
Ghosted me.
I'm done.